Blake Lively breaks silence days after Colleen Hoover slammed the Baldoni lawsuit. What really happened? So what did Blake Lively say? Why now? And why is this story unfolding like a plot twist none of us saw coming? Grab your snacks, because this one has layers. Before Blake Lively stepped into the conversation, the tension was already sky-high. Colleen Hoover had publicly slammed the Baldoni lawsuit. Fans were shocked, critics weighed in, and social media did what it does best: spiraled. It became one of those moments when you're supposed to be working but suddenly find yourself watching hour-long breakdowns. Now imagine sitting at home as all this unfolds, and your name is Blake Lively. For days, she said nothing. Not a word. Which, honestly, almost made it more suspicious. Then, Blake finally broke her silence. But what she said wasn't just commentary, it was a statement. Before we get to her exact reaction, let's get on the same page about what led her there. Because trust me, context is everything. And why does it feel like there's always another twist just when we think the drama is cooling down? When Colleen Hoover spoke out against the Baldoni lawsuit, the internet combusted in two directions. What made her comment sting even more was that it wasn't vague, diplomatic, or safely PR polished. Nope. It was bold, clear, confident. The type of statement that makes publicists everywhere clutch their pearls. So when Blake Lively stepped into the conversation days later, everyone wondered. Was she responding to Colleen? Was she calling out the whole situation? Or was she simply done being quiet? When Blake Lively finally spoke up, her message didn't come wrapped in drama, hostility, or finger-pointing. Instead, she delivered something measured, but powerful enough to send social media analysts into overdrive. She did something far more Blake Lively-like. She added clarity, humanity, and just enough edge to remind everyone why she remains one of Hollywood's most respected voices. She wasn't interested in taking sides. A refreshing twist in a world where celebrities often jump headfirst into public conflict. She emphasized letting the legal process unfold. A subtle reminder that lawsuits are more complex than tweets make them seem. What made her message hit even harder was the timing, just days after Colleen Hoover's bold commentary. It almost felt like Blake said, "Okay, enough chaos. Let's breathe." Fans spent days guessing what Blake was thinking. Was she upset? Was she strategizing? Was she filming another movie and ignoring the internet altogether, which, honestly, would be the healthiest option? In the end, her decision to speak up and the way she did it shifted the tone of the entire conversation. Even though her message wasn't explosive, it was deeply intentional. And intentional moments from major public figures are rarely accidental. So what triggered her response? Was it Hoover's highly public reaction? Was it the escalating misinformation online? Or was she simply tired of watching her name get pulled into a narrative she didn't sign up for? This mystery alone could fuel a whole new chapter in the drama. Once Blake's comments went public, the reaction was immediate and intense. Instead of calming the storm, Blake's balanced tone amplified the conversation. Suddenly, people weren't just discussing the lawsuit, they were analyzing the tone of her message. Whether she subtly referenced Hoover, whether the two have privately talked, whether this signals bigger industry tension. This is why celebrity culture is endlessly fascinating. Sometimes saying less generates more. Poor Justin Baldoni woke up that week trending for multiple reasons, none of which had to do with his movies or charity work. Hoover's response didn't defend him. The public's response, well, the jury's still out on that one. The case, which was already complicated, suddenly became personal for millions of fans. Everyone seemed to have an opinion, and the narrative kept shape-shifting like a Netflix mystery series. Which leads us to the question everyone's whispering. Is this just the beginning of a much larger Hollywood fallout? This saga isn't over. Not even close. And now that Blake Lively has entered the chat, everything feels different. Does her response change how you see the situation? Do you think she handled it perfectly? Did she play it too safe? Do you think Colleen Hoover will respond again? Drop your thoughts. Start the debate. Share this article if you loved the breakdown. Your voice is the next plot twist, and we're all waiting for it.